Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Talbach 2K23. We are back in town. We came back on Monday, and lo and behold, Giants dropped, well, 2 maps on Monday. I only did 1 map video, though, because I felt that Felsburn 22, which was released a year ago for all platforms, just got released by the same map author, this time for PC only. I was like, what's up with that? So I looked at it, and it looks like they added some production and then added a couple other PC only things like multi-terrain angle. And I thought, oh, no, my time's better served focusing on the other map, which I did do. We did get that published on Monday night. Last night we published our PAX video, a virtual exhibit hall tour. I encourage you to go check that out. Tonight we're going to be talking about some of the games that I saw at PAX, some of the games my son played and thought they were outstanding. Definitely going to be something worth checking out. We're also going to be talking about some of the mods that dropped in the last few days, because there's a couple sweet ones. I haven't had an opportunity to do a new and noteworthy video on a couple of them, and they're worthy enough for a new and noteworthy video, but I just don't know. Just don't know if we're gonna have an opportunity to do that time-wise. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I plan to do a new noteworthy video on them tomorrow, unless the map drops. Then well, we'll just have to play it by ear. Love to hear what you all think about the mods that dropped in the last several days. Jake, what is up? Realms of Chaos has been plowing Orion at Tayton County, we'll call it. Simper is here. Cade, what's up? You do indeed have to mow the grass. In fact, we had a lot of folks mowing grass at PAX. There were 2 systems set up for people to play and experience the game for the very first time. And it was quite a fun time to watch folks kind of get in the game and experience it for the first time. Let's just say I did not think driving in a straight line was that difficult. But apparently it was. Lots of folks were making crop circles in the fields, harvesting. Quite some interesting crop circles. It's going to make whoever comes by later and does the straw collection a little difficult. But all was good. We handed out 2,000 cow troller pins. That's right, you heard it right. Cow troller. As I was saying at the show, they were the cutest dang pins at the show. They were 100% the most popular pins at the show. We had folks running up to the booth going, do you have any more of those cow pins? What do I need to do to get a cow pin? Because I saw people with them, and they are absolutely adorable. One sign up to the newsletter later, and there they are. Proud owner of a cow troller pin. 2,000 of those were handed out in 3 days. We ran out in 3 days. Got to hang out with some fellow creators, as well as some folks from Giants. Don't know if you watch DJ Go Ham, but he posted his farm show video. Had to record it because the internet was pretty janky on Friday, one of the 2 busiest days of the show. But he did get that posted Friday evening. Encourage you to go check it out. We make a special guest appearance, if you will. Love to hear what you all would like to see in the next game, whenever that is, and whatever it might be called. And now that Farm Sim Kids is released, that dropped yesterday. Well, now the docket is open if there is something coming next. Well, at any point in time, Giants could drop news on that very thing. This thing's gonna hold a ton of grass. It's fine. Now, Friday evening, we are going to be participating with Giants and several other content creators in a charity live stream. But you may see the overlay on the screen now related to the charity, No Kid Hungry. We are running our own little drive for No Kid Hungry this month. So we have, well, I guess until Sunday to do that. Got a goal of 350. We are so close to achieving that current goal. No Kids Hungry is a charity that strives to make sure that there are no hungry children here in the United States. So many charities focus on feeding those outside the country. But you know what? We got problems of our own. And sometimes we need to take care of our own before we take care of others. That's what No Kid Hungry strives to do, is help feed the youngins here in the States that may or may not know where their next meal is coming from, because no child should have food instability or insecurity. You'll find a QR code there on the screen. There's also a link in the description if you want to learn more about No Kid Hungry. But on Friday, we're going to be doing a bale stacking challenge over on the Giants Twitch channel. Friday evening, I believe it's going to be at 8 p.m. It was going to be earlier in the month, but it had to be rescheduled due to some internet difficulties with our host. So hopefully we will have no problems come Friday night. Some other news that I posted in the community tab just before the live stream, posted on the Discord as well just before the live stream. I just became aware, looks like Hof Bergman version 1.4 update is planned to drop in full release, full public release before Easter. And the blog post said, just for clarification, Easter starts with Good Friday. Before Good Friday. That's tomorrow, people. Hof Bergman version 1.4. Hopefully it's going to drop for legits tomorrow for everyone. If not tomorrow, maybe on a Good Friday. So keep an eye out for that. That's over at farming-mods.com. We have had a ton of Hof Bergman content on this channel all the way back to Farm Sim 17. We've covered each release of Hof Bergman in FS22 as well. The community post links out to my original 1.0 map video, the 1.1 update, the 1.2 and 1.3 update videos, which will bring you up to speed with the current release until 1.4 drops. And then we have 30-some videos, 37 I believe, in a special Hof Bergman Explained playlist, also linked in that community tab, that runs down all of the unique aspects that make, in my opinion, Hof Bergman one of the if not the most innovative maps for Farm Sim 22. Love to hear your all's thoughts on that statement. If you think there's other maps that are more innovative, would love to have that conversation with you as to what makes you think the others are more innovative. We can have a good old convo about that. Who knows? Maybe you can sway me to your side. Let's talk a little bit about PAX East. Next year, PAX is going to be in May. The last several years, it's been in March, but next year it's going to be May. I believe I heard it has something to do with the Boston Marathon, but maybe that was misinformation. But basically, it's going to be May 8th through 11th. If there is any way you can travel to Boston between May 8th and 11th, it's definitely well worth the trip. I have every intention to be going back next year. It will be our third PAX and the 21st PAX of all. If you're not familiar with what it is a gaming convention, not just for PC gaming or electronic gaming in general. It's also for card games, board games, tabletop games, if it is a game, then PAX has something to offer. There were several games shown off at PAX that I thought were pretty interesting and worth a look. And one of those titles, let me get this thing zoomed in here. One of those titles is Sanctuary Shattered Sun. So we're going back a long way for a real-time strategy game. I played the heck out of these things back in college, and that is what this looks like it's going to be. Didn't get a chance to play it, but I did get a chance to watch some of the gameplay. And, well, release date is not to be announced at all at this point, but you can add it to your wish list. Sanctuary Shattered Suns. Definitely worth a look. Definitely worth a look. I've got more to talk about. Don't know if you had a chance to check out any of the PAX coverage from any other creator that maybe went to the event. I'm sure there'll be plenty of coverage coming up in the next few days if there isn't coverage now. Jason, sorry, not Justin. Jason, thank you. Thank you for being a Farm Baron for 12 months, a full year of Farm Baron membership. Thank you very much. Dozer, I have not had a look at Expandable Pastures, but that is one that I was talking about. Basically being one that I wish I had time to do a new and noteworthy video on, because while it's not quite what I want to see coming to the next game, it's darn close, or about as close as we're probably going to get with Farm Sim until the next thing comes out, to see if it's even going to be possible then. And that is basically buildable pastures. That's what Expandable Pastures is. I've got to pull it up here. I'm going to bring it up and talk about it on screen here once we get this load of grass collected. There's also a companion mod that goes along with that. I think it's called Simple Expandable Pastures. But hoping I can do a video on that tomorrow. Because it came out the same day those maps dropped, which was Monday. That was a travel day for me. I'd put in 10 hours of driving and then got home and then needed to unpack and then get into recording that map video for oh shoot, whatever the map was that I did a video on Monday. I know it scored well, but I don't have a clue what the name was. No, I'm not going and looking it up. I think it started with an O. We also had enhanced water. Right, enhanced water looked really interesting. Basically, it allows you to water your fields, and the act of watering your fields gives it a fertilization layer. So combining the enhanced water mod with, let's say, a pivot mod that accepts water, if there are any pivot mods that do accept water as inputs, now you can water your field with a pivot and it will gain a fertilization layer, as opposed to simply just putting water in a trailer and spraying it on the field. So, expandable pastures. Let me pull this up. We'll talk about it. Like I said, we're going to try to do a map video tomorrow on it, once I've had a chance to download it and kind of play with it a bit more. But it allows you to design your pastures freely. So you have, let's say, a placeable pasture, and that pasture really just has a small area that the animals walk around, but maybe there's a much larger area that you would like them to walk around in. Well, this is what this mod does. So first up, you're going to have to put down one of these custom placeables. Cow pasture, cow barn large, feeding robot. Basically, there's a variant that's in the base game, right? And then you have these extensions. And depending on the size of the extension, may increase the animal capacity. There are also different shapes. And there you go. Basically, you take the base game area, and then you can just plop down, as long as they overlap, plop down these other areas, and then your animals will free roam within all of that area, as opposed to being stuck in just one location. Super cool. I want to get messed with it. I want to mess with it a bit and see how it all works. But it is going a long way into basically being a build your own animal area. And then we have the simple expandable pastures, which is a companion mod to that, which basically gives you a cow pasture with a barrel and a water trough. Very, very simple. So you have two options. You have this one, and then you can put that down, layer in your expandable pasture, and fence it all in, and just make whatever you want. So two really cool mods. Definitely worth taking a look at. Here's enhanced water. Adds the ability to add water as a fertilizer type for your crops. So you're literally just spraying water on your field, and you get a fertilization layer for that. And like I said, if you combine that with, let's say, a pivot mod that accepts water, then you would maybe have kind of a realistic experience there. Floor markings came out today. I thought it was pretty cool. If you are building your own map, building your own town area, and you want to put in parking lot. Well, this allows you to put those in, put down road markings, and other such things. Really add to the overall immersion factor. Snowman, what is up? What is up, sir? Have you all had a chance to mess around with the expandable pastures? Or any of the other mods I mentioned? Love to hear what your all's thoughts and experience were on those. Is it not working on a particular mod map, or is it not working on a base map? Now, there's also been plenty of other mods get released and updated over the last several days. Those are the ones that just kind of really stood out to me. I did not go and dig into every single one, though. So we'll give you that little bit of a caveat. Yeah, X-Ray, I don't understand what you mean. You know, some of these yield bonuses are pretty weak. And the time that it takes to put into doing the step to get the bonus is fairly low. Is fairly low yield for the time involved, like mulching. Mulching was added to FS22. And I did the steps initially, but really the yield bonus was pretty negligible. I think like 2.5%. And the time involved in the active mulching, it just didn't feel like it was worth it. Okay, yeah, I don't know, Smoke. Like I said, I haven't tried it. I just saw it and I thought it would be an interesting inclusion for someone who was wanting to play with pivots. Because right now in the game, there's no concept of ground moisture or watering your crops, right? Rain does nothing with respect to giving you more or less. Yeah, rolling was something else I did for a while, but then it was like, time involved in rolling your field is negligible. Yeah, I can now. Now that works great, but you know, when the game first comes out, there aren't mods out there to do any of that stuff. So you're doing the steps with the base game equipment, and you know, once you get out of the habit of doing something, there's easily times that I forget that mulching even exists in games for weeks, because it's not a step that I actively get involved in. It's like oilseed radish. I never use it. I don't think about it until I see a comment on my oilseed radish video. I had one the other day. I think someone was asking basically how long it took for oilseed radish to grow. I don't think they realized that it wasn't a harvestable crop. Oh no, they were asking if they should fertilize before they put before they seed oilseed radish. I was like, no, don't. You're wasting your time. So you know what? Let's talk about who else is a farm baron. Look, Justin, as it turns out, this is your video, man. Justin, Austin, and Dang Driver, thank you for being farm barons. I completely forgot, Justin, that I had put your name up there on the list for today. So let's talk a little bit about Hof Bergman. Hof Bergman. Like I said, supposedly 1.4 is going to drop before Easter, and the blog post said that Easter starts on Good Friday. So that to me reads that Hof Bergman 1.4 is going to drop before Friday, which is tomorrow, or maybe Friday midnight at the latest. So when that happens, well, we will be shifting over to Hof Bergman live streams. We won't be live streaming Friday night because of our commitment to the No Kid Hungry charity live stream with Giants on their Twitch channel. But we might be live streaming Saturday evening, or maybe even Saturday afternoon, as well as Sunday afternoon, Easter Sunday, because Sunday night we're going to be doing our Sunday night convoy night. I missed convoy night last week because we were in Boston. I'm not going to miss it 2 weeks in a row. But we're going to be messing around with the 1.4 update, learning what is new and changed in the 1.4 update. So then we'll be working on updating our explained video series to go over those additions and changes in more bite-sized chunks. As soon as I find out that Hof Bergman is released, I will be updating the community tab with that information. In my opinion, it is well worth the download. Alright, that is going on. Let's load up our milk. Head over to the dairy. See how much goat milk we have. Leave that down to the dairy too. 2,400 liters of goat milk. I think we could do that. I think we could definitely do that. Backroads County 4X got updated also earlier. I saw the changelog on that They fixed that one field right by the starting farm that in new farmer mode was popping up with no crops. So in the update, supposedly new farmer mode, it does pop with crop, which is good. And it looks like they also made some changes with respect to fences and lights at the farm not being sellable. Guess they watched my video, huh? So that's great to see. That would have probably bumped the map score up a little bit. I honestly don't remember what I scored that map at this point in time. There's been so many other maps dropped since then. All right, we want to make homogenized milk, butter, or cheese. Let's do more cheese. No cheese in here. Okay. Let's talk about another game that I saw at PAX that's worth checking out, maybe putting on your wish list. And that is Dune Awakening. Leveraging heavy on the resurgence of the popularity of Dune, with the release of Dune Part 2 relatively recently, Dune Awakening is looking to build upon that. It is listed as a survival sandbox game. Looks pretty interesting. They did not have any sort of gameplay at the event where you could go and play the game, but they did have a booth. They did have a video running.
Must not fear.
We have to shush you up. Basically, they had this video, I think, running. But if you're into this type of thing, it might be worth adding to your wish list. And we'll do one more. Let's do one more. Yeah, let's do this one. This one is definitely worth checking out. You can get the early access for $20. Tape. I keep wanting to say Tale of Tape. Tales of Tape, but it's Tape to Tape. This is a hockey gaming game. Reminds me a ton of the old NHL hockey from the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo era. And when I talked to the developer about it at PAX, he said that, you know what? NHL 94 was the inspiration for this game. So I was right on it with respect to saying that it reminded me and looked a lot like those old school NHL games from the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo days. It is a multiplayer as well as single player. They had stations set up where you could play it in single player, and then they also had a couch set up where you could do some 4-player multiplayer. I don't know if it was 4 players on the same team or if it was 2-on-2, but it looked really, really cool. Definitely worth checking out if you're into kind of sports-based games like that. Something that was ironic about PAX was that we were right across the booth, right across the hall, the aisleway, if you will, by a Astragon, is that it? Astragon, the people that do Police Simulator, Construction Simulator, and Railroads Online. Who would have thought 2 German companies, or 2 European companies with German let's say, Origins would have been literally right across the hall from each other, or aisleway. Wrong way, Charlie. We wanted to go to the goat area. So you really get your simulation on by coming to both of those booths. Rama series of books? They don't ring a bell, but you know what? There is a... Oh, I've got to open the gate, don't I? There is a series of books that I really enjoyed called Coyote. And then there was like Coyote Rising and Coyote something else. I think it was a 3-part book series. And it was about space travel, space exploration, and settling. I think they would make a good movie or TV series. I wanted to get into oh geez, what's the Expanse? I wanted to get into the Expanse because I enjoyed those audiobooks. And I watched a few episodes of The Expanse, and I just could not deal with it. My mental vision of the story and the characters and the action just did not live up to the actual series, so I didn't watch it. I stopped watching it. Maybe it got better. I don't know. But you know, when you visually make a picture of character, and in your mind that's what they look like, and then if you see them on TV or a theater screen and they don't really look the way you imagine them looking like, sometimes it just completely just blows the experience. Like, that's not what they look like. At least it does for me. Alright, is this our goat? Let's activate our goat cheese as well. Rendezvous with Rama. Cavalier Roy, long time no see, sir. How's it going with you? Are you working on anything? Any projects coming up? Do tell, even if you want to tell in private. I'm on Discord, you know how to hit me up. Got something else coming out at the end of this week, I believe. What is it? The Sugarcane Pack with Connect Modding. Collaboration between Connect Modding Giants and Case IH. Now, I understand and I know that, well, sugarcane is not, it's not that big of a crop among so many of us, but I think it's fairly popular with the South American crowd. So I believe that's coming out at the end of this week as well. All right, let's look. Do we have I don't want to. I wanted to make meat, but I don't want to make meat. We're about to have reproduced cows. I don't want to whittle my number of cows down. I don't want to whittle my number of goats down. I guess we could do, let's do chickens. Yeah, let's do chickens. All right, let's see what it takes to do chickens. I want to haul me some chickens. Where is the map? Give me chicken transport. How many chickens can I toss in a box? Here we go. All right, let's buy like 3 of these. See how many chickens we can toss in there. We need to put some more oranges in this crate before we do. All right, well, that's running. Let's go get some chicken. Rabid Rob of the F variety. The farming Rob is here. Not the gaming Rod. What is up? Nerf the board games. Pleasure to meet you too at PAX. Thanks for dropping by. Met so many people. Oh my gosh. Nerf this board games. Okay. Nerf this board games. Tell you what, my son found a couple games that he absolutely adored and spent so much time with. One of them was, let me look it up and make sure I got the name right before I go and tell you. Because, you know, that would be terrible. I don't think that's it. All right, I'm gonna have to ask him. Because I don't think that's it. But what we can talk about is another game that I thought was interesting. Didn't get any playtime on it, but long-term viewers of the channel know that I'm kind of into city builders, and seeing the demo of this play out at the booth, it kind of reminded me a bit of a game that we played a while back that I kind of want to get back to if and when we ever have enough time in our lives, called Ostriv. This is Pioneers of Patagonia. Exploration, discovery, and city building. And it is available in early access right now. $30. Pioneers of Patagonia. You're into city building, that might be worth checking out, adding to the wish list. Chuck this in the back, let's pick him up, and I'll see if I can't get him in here to to tell us what game he liked. I can never seem to remember the name of. Because, you know what? I am horrible with names. You wouldn't believe how bad I am. All right, hold on, people. This is the game that my son liked so much. Rift Storm, and well, why not hear from him what he thought?
So, I personally think it's very fun. If you like roguelikes, this will probably for you. This will probably be for you. It's very fun. It has a lot of power-ups. Sadly, it's supposed to release on 2025, but it's still very fun. And I won 2 t-shirts from the booth, so yay.
All right, thank you very much. If you like roguelikes, add it to your wish list. It's worth checking out and keeping track of. All right, let's go haul some chickens. I agree. PAX did feel a little bit smaller this year. I felt there was less people. Now, I didn't really put 1 and 2 together, and I kind of knew that GDC was going on at the same time, but I didn't really put 1 and 2 together. But I think maybe some companies maybe made a decision to go to one versus the other, and chose the more industry-focused GDC as opposed to the player-focused PAX. That would be my guess. Now, I thought there was plenty of attendees, although Sunday was a little light. Thursday was light like normal. Friday and Saturday were fairly heavy. Ah, let's go with chickens. Chicken. Okay. So we can put 9 chickens in our crates. We're not able to. Somehow we get them over here, otherwise we're gonna mix them up. Oh, let's haul some ducks over there too. Time to get the butcher going. Did you feel it was less attended or less exhibitors? I've yet to go to any panels. My son went to the Matt Pat panel first day, and I stood in line with him, and basically departed ways once we got to the big theater. I said, all right, go find yourself a seat. You know what booth I'm at. Come back when you're done. And And I don't know how well that was attended, but man, that was a huge facility. I feel like maybe you were. And maybe you left. Or maybe I've heard some people say that like they've not been kicked out of Discords, but like they've had servers like they get unjoined from. Alright, welcome to the butcher. And then one more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, boots to you too. Alright, activation. We can only put 20 chickens in here at a time. Well, then we still have some in there. You chickens, you're destined to just sit in the box. I feel sorry for you. No, we should bring these back to the farm. Should be nice. That should be nice. CFW, CFL, Saskatchewan, welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. I am not a sports fan. In fact, last Wednesday when we rolled in to Boston and checked into the hotel, they're like, "Are you here for the game?" And I was like, no. I don't even know what game you're talking about. Apparently there was a Celtics game that night. Alright, let's put our ducks back. Get all our ducks in a row. Oh, that pun. That pun was horrible. Let's put this over here. I don't have time for sports. When I did bother with sports a little bit, I felt 1, hockey season was way too long. 2, baseball season was way too long. 3, I had 0 interest in basketball, period. And football was decent. But let's just say when several years ago, football players decided they weren't going to stand for the national anthem. I decided I wasn't going to stand for them, period. And I haven't watched a single football game since. And nor will I ever. Because you know what? You're going to disrespect the country that you live in like that, then you can just move the fuck out of town is all I care about. So that was grossly disrespectful with respect to what they did. So I'm like, fine, I'm done. See you later. Don't care anymore. I used to watch NASCAR, all three truck series, the entry-level series, and the main Cup series. But when Monster bought them out, I stopped watching them because I was done. I didn't like what Monster was doing with the series, with the little grid girls and everything, and the 7,000 cautions they throw every race. They went from making it a race of endurance to a whole bunch of sprints. And if I want to watch sprint racing, then I'll just go to a local dirt track and watch that. I still somewhat follow F1, but I don't have cable. So I basically only watch F1 highlight reels to keep track of what's going on. Yeah, Dozer, I'm pretty much a, talk the talk and walk the walk, and you know what? If you don't like, for example, people that like to take the time to comment about the game and why the game is so awful for them, I was like, you must be masochistic if you keep messing with something you can't stand so much. Just stop. Stop watching videos. Stop coming in, commenting on my videos if you hate the game so much. Usually if I hate something, I don't do it. I just stop. So you must love hating it. Which then basically nullifies all of your comments, because clearly your comments are coming from a standpoint of emotional distress or emotional insecurity. Yeah, I mean, I think when we go to 26, we'll have new rules. Right now it's the Red Bull show. Of course, with the old rule set, it was more or less the Mercedes show. And then before those rules, it was the Red Bull show again, right? So it's just inevitably someone will be the dominant, and then everyone else will be catching up, and then at some point in time they might be on even keel. So really, at this point, they're racing for second and third. All right, let's see what else what else can we do today before we advance time into tomorrow? I fed those guys. Those guys are full. They're full. They're full. Oh, we could fertilize our field grass. Then we'll advance time. Then maybe we'll have some meat to sell. But I mean, just following sports is just a huge time sink. Talbach does have additional grasses. They do have alfalfa and clover. I don't have any of those growing, but yes, they do. It's going to basically be the alfalfa and clover that's over on Hof Bergman. As far as functionality goes. Now, Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3 was at PAX. That booth, shockingly, was less busy than I was thinking it would be, other than the merch line. The merch line was massive. But they did have a big setup for people wanting to just play the game. And I don't know if they had a time limit on that or not. But there was not a whole lot of people in line to play compared to the number of people in line to buy Baldur's Gate 3 merch. But I'll tell you the booth that was massively busy. And that was Path of Exiles. So Path of Exiles is a free-to-play game available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And basically think of it as a free-to-play Diablo, if you will. And it's out now. You can download it now. Free-to-play now. And I was floored at the line and the number of people at the booth to play a released free-to-play title. I don't know why it was so packed. It didn't look like it was Path of Exiles 2. Their website, as I mentioned and as I showed, talks about this necropolis. So here's the Steam one. Shows the necropolis, and it's got a massive skill tree. I put a couple hours into this already, because I really enjoyed the original Diablo. Played a little bit of Diablo 2, I think. I did not buy Diablo 4 when it came out, and it looks like I probably won't buy Diablo 4 until it comes on massively discounted Steam. But it's free to play now. Online, co-op online. Yeah. I said I was really surprised at how busy that booth was. Yeah, I think it starts slow because you start so underpowered. It's like a whole lot of whack and run away, whack and run away. But then you can get some really, really major, like, perks and bonuses stacking. Alright, now that we've done that, let's sleep till tomorrow. Sleep till July. You know what? I've heard people talk. People talked to PAX when they came to the booth about Supermarket Simulator, and I was asking them, like, is it like, are you stocking shelves? Are you bleep, bleep, bleep? Are you selling product? Are you like shopping? And they're like, yes. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's like all of those things. And I think it's kind of like, I think you just kind of zone out. You get mind numb, you know, what it sounds like. You just kind of, you don't even think about things, you just do it. And then next thing you know, a couple hours has gone by. I was talking with another guy who was looking at Farming Simulator and talking about it. And him and I were kind of kindred spirits, except his chill was Pressure Washer Simulator, Power Washer Simulator. He's like, yeah, I'll go home and just sit on the couch and just wash stuff. And like, you know, all the stresses, all the concerns of the day, just kind of wash it away with the dirt. A couple hours later, you know, I'm still on the couch washing stuff. Having a little bit of a zen moment. I was like, exactly. So then I was talking about, what about lawn mowing simulator? I don't have it. I haven't used it. I say, you know, Farm Sim is lawn mowing simulator, except it's a big lawn. Just find a big field of grass somewhere and get to mowing. Wreckfest. You know, do you know, Cavalier Roy, about our Friday night Wreckfest? We do Friday night live streams on the second channel, FK's Funhouse. Wreckfest every Friday night, multiplayer. You are invited. There's a channel in the Discord all about Wreckfest. I like Anno 1800, but my problem is, if I don't play it all the time, I forget where I'm at. I forget what I'm doing. And I kind of get lost when I get more than one map. Right? I can kind of juggle multiple islands. But then suddenly when you go to another world or another new world, new land, right? New zone, then just like it just all goes it all just goes to crap at that point. I played a little Stellaris, but then again, it was the same thing. I'm very, very slow at reading. And therefore, I don't like to read a lot. And it felt like there was way too much reading that had to be done. And way too much memorization that had to be done. And then I was like, no, this is too much like work. These pallets are not sized properly. Tisk tisk. What are we gonna do about that? Where did my other cheese go? Oh my gosh, people have lost my cheese. I don't know, it's in there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's go sell our juice. We got milk, we got cheeses, we got orange juice. That's a heavy load. We are squatting them wheels. I want to sell. Sell me some. Ooh, there's a supermarket. It's gonna be Friday, so one Friday night. I won't be there this Friday because I'm gonna do a charity live stream with Giants on their Twitch for the No Kid Hungry charity this month. So I'll be back on Wreckfest next Friday, but the crew is going to be Wreckfesting this Friday no matter what. Lord One, thank you very much, and I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Glad the videos can be helpful to you. This is not what I wanted to do today. All right, just grab a hold of the trailer and just pull. Ah. There we go. We didn't spill any milk, so we can't cry. There's no crying over spilled milk. What do you find most enjoyable, Flawed One? What do you find most enjoyable? Where is the grocery store? Is that It's that way. Are you playing on? What platform are you playing on? Well, some of us try to race, but others make sure that we can't. And then it just goes downhill from there. I think right now they're running B-class cars. We were running C for a long time because a lot of us had just picked the game up. $257 for a wheel of cheese. Nice. Oh, heck, we're out of here. Oh, mowing simulator. Oh, I never played Mowing Simulator. But yeah, it's just get in and do whatever. Right. Let's go to the butcher. Let's see if we have any chickens processed. I gotta figure out where the butcher is now. I think I got lost. Oh, here he is. We do have chickens. Nice. Let's make some more money. It should be quite enjoyable. I'm going to stream my side of the event, but you can also watch the official side, the official stream, again from the Giants Twitch. Are several creators. I think many of them are Farm Sim Twitch creators that are going to be participating. It is Good Friday in so many ways. Man, those are plump chickens. We delivered 20 chickens and we have 1,750 kilograms worth of chicken. Holy cow. I think they've been goosed. Yeah, let's go back to the supermarket. Beep, 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 beep. You have to have our backup beeper. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, look at that money. $2,000. That's some good chicken money there. I don't think any of my crops are ready to harvest. We're just go check them. Check them out. See what we got. Corn's not ready. That's not ready. I think that's our barley. Corn in that field too. Oh, we completely lost control. Alright, that's not ready either, okay. It's always on fire. When has it not been on fire? Oh, you know, you're not gonna pay me enough money to do that field. Alright, let's just check, make sure our animals are in good order here. They got food, they're good. They are good. Cows are good. So I guess one more thing I want to talk about with respect to hacks, and that is Retrowave was there, and I have to say, all the games they showed at the convention looked great. Toxic Crusaders looked cool. This Transylvania Adventure looked cool. Basically, definitely worth checking out if you're into kind of the old school look with modern gameplay conveniences, if you will. Retroware. All right, let's go. It's a new day. Better feed our cats. If we don't feed the cats, they're going to start eating our chickens. Oh, look at all these eggs. Toxic Crusaders has a demo you can download and mess with. We didn't we should have maybe. We might have baby cows now. Because we were at 90%. Yep, there we go. We've reproduced. We now have our calves. Let's go check out the cow area and see. I think they're just going to be in the regular cow area. Kind of strolling over here. Yeah, they're in the regular cow. Oh, those are cats. Get out of the cat! The baby cat's gonna get stomped on. There, see, they're just hanging out in the regular cow area. They'll just eat regular stuff. Unless you move them over here. You know? If you move them over here, then you gotta feed them, I think, milk. Oh, we got carrots. We got carrots we can sell too. And then we've got one more thing I want to talk about that's not farm sim related. It's been a week. It's been a week since we were together here on the stream because last Tuesday... No, I didn't stream last Tuesday. It's been more than a week. We streamed Friday or Monday of last week, and then we went off on our way to Boston. We're not going to unload that. We're just going to put that there. So let's talk about the last thing I want to talk about before we just focus on our farming. That is Apex Gaming Computers. As you know, if you've been a viewer of the channel for a while, you know that we have a partnership with them with respect to pre-built computers. We've got 3 configurations that they have worked up for us. And right now there is a little bit of an Easter sale going on with some price reductions. You get the Yeoman for $854, Homesteader for $709, and the Rancher for $2,051. All of these are going to play Farm Sim absolutely outstanding, and they should play a bunch of other games absolutely great as well. Tell you what, the Yeoman priced out at... Sorry, what's this priced out at? $854.96. It's pretty good deal. Now it is a Ryzen 5500 processor. Would like to see that maybe we get that bumped up at some point to a 7000 series processor. But 16 gigs of RAM, ARC A750 GPU. The A750 GPU, the ARC GPUs overall have really come a long way in the last year with respect to driver improvements. 512 gig NVMe SSD, 500 watt power supply, a Homesteader 1709 with a 13600 KF processor, 16 gigs of RAM again, a 4060 Ti, 512 gig NVMe, and 750 watt power supply. Plenty of room to grow and expand with that configuration. And then the Rancher, don't be thrown off by the 12th gen here versus the 13th gen. There's literally negligible difference between 12th, 13th, and 14th gen Intel. Intel, quite frankly, is so stagnant at this point with their advancements. 16 gigs of RAM, 4070 Super Duper, 512 gig, and again 750 watt power supply. So again, go check out Apex Gaming Computers for your pre-built gaming needs. Maybe you got your tax return burning a hole in your pocket. Maybe Apex Gaming Computers will help you out there. We do have a link to that down in the description below. Can we harvest anything? Let's look. We can indeed harvest. Let's get to harvesting. Everyone loves to harvest. That is because you get some yield out of that. Let's route this over here. Beep, 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 beep. This one's got the backup beeper. We don't have to pretend. Oh no, that's bad news bears. Bad news bears there. I'm glad you waited. I thought this trailer was out of your road. Oh, shut your pie hole. Stuck on a tree. I guess I did not necessarily pick a good spot to try and pick this header up. I probably could have, but you know, it takes talent to discover awkward spots like this. So I consider myself very lucky to have found some spot like this that just completely looks like the worst thing you could possibly do. Alright, with that said, let's get to... I do have to say, this map has really nice harvested textures. Right? I mean, I don't want you thinking I play the game so much better than everyone else. There we go. There we go. There's just something gratifying by seeing your crop go in your header. Like that. Keegan, welcome. PAX was great. PAX was great. We kind of talked about a lot of the games that I saw that I thought were interesting. There were a ton of other games and publishers there, developers. But as far as titles I was kind of interested in, kind of wanting to follow. It's great to meet everyone who was a fan of the game that came by the booth. It's great to talk to folks who were curious as to what Farming Simulator was. Got to try it out, help them out, let them experience the game for the first time. We handed out 2,000 little pins to folks that came by to the booth, and we ran out on the third day. So sadly, the folks that came by the booth on the fourth day, well, they were sadly without the ability to get their cool little collectible pin. Look forward to coming back or going back next year. Razdeck's here. He started streaming over on Twitch, and he does some interesting things over there, like make bulldozers fly with rubber bands. There's a general safety tip, Raz, that I don't think you learned. Never stand downhill from a winch. Always stand far, far to the side. Holy crap, we're full already. I watched your clip, and clearly you were not following safety protocols. You were behind what you were winching. That is dangerous. You're in the danger zone. And we're not talking about Top Gun here. I mean, you're talking about getting good footage. You're going to get good footage for Bale Army is what you're going to get. Place we go get our haircuts on, they have the Pluto TV up. It's always got the fail Army videos up. Hey! Y'all need to go away. Wonder if this trailer doesn't have a hitch. Because spitting llamas are cool. How about fainting goats? Fainting goats are cool. just think, you could go up to your goats and go like this. Why is this not honking the horn? You just go up to the goats and honk your horn and they just fall over in game. That would be great. No, I want buildable buildings. I want to be able to build my farm. I want to be able to build my animal pastures. And then the extendable pastures came out. That kind of gives that functionality. There's mods, yeah, but I haven't added any buildings to the farm. It's exactly how it delivered. Oh, I forgot we gotta go up and get bread. Look, we've made a, we cleaned up our mess we made. We're not raising money for a GPU. The only thing we're raising money for is the No Kid Hungry Fund. I don't see myself asking for money for upgrades anyway. That just doesn't feel right. But that's me. You know, I'm kind of old school in my ways, but the idea of asking for money for some sort of upgrade to the gaming setup, I should be able to do that just with the YouTube revenue and other things. I am really old. Back at PAX, me and the kid had matching shirts. Gamer for life. And we were flashing some gamer signs. And his said 1 decade and counting. And let's just say mine had a number that was bigger than 1. By a multiple of a lot. Oh, indeed, Genetic J, and that's as I've said multiple streams this month. There are charities that focus on feeding those outside the country, but you know what? We also need to think about our backyard, because there's way too many kids who have food insecurity, and way too many kids whose best meal is school lunch, and I can tell you firsthand, school lunch is not like it used to be. The school lunch is awful, and I'll eat just about anything that's put on my plate. And some of the stuff that they were passing off as edible, I don't think you're even allowed to feed that to prisoners. It's probably against the law. So to think that a school lunch is the best option for some kids, that's a sad option. I think for every dollar raised, it helps put food in front of 10 meals. I think it helps with 10 meals or something like that. Oh, it was awful. So when the whole COVID thing was going on, and it was remote schooling, our school district, 90% of the kids were getting free or reduced lunch anyway. So before COVID, they just moved to everyone just gets free lunch, and because they got some either state funding or federal funding to basically pay for everyone's lunch. Well, when COVID hit, they basically had a program where you could go pick up your kids' lunch, and they had pickups like every Tuesday and Friday or something, and you could pick up lunch, and it was like pre set up for each day. Right. Well, it's available, so why not take advantage of it? That's what I said. It's an awful deal is what it is. It's awful. Guarantee you she doesn't eat any of that stuff. If she ate that stuff for a month, it would be done for her. Any rate. So it's available. We picked it up. The kid wasn't going to eat it. So I tried to eat it. I ate it as much as I could, just because, I mean, it's not his food, but I'll eat it, and then it's offsetting when I have to spend on food. So it kind of served the same purpose. But some of that stuff was like, are you joking? So we pack his lunch every day. If he had to eat the school food, he would be hungry when he got home, and he'd eat like a crazy fool at 5:30 when he got home, because he's in an after-school program. Because I can't pick him up until close to 5:30. So it's not like it used to be, where the lunch ladies actually made the food that day or anything. Any rate, it's definitely a charity worth going and checking out, reading up on. I would not suggest to anyone to donate until you had your chance to do your own research on anything. Child's Play is another great charity. They were at PAX. I didn't have an opportunity to talk to them, but they focus on providing games and gaming systems to hospitals for kids. So it's a form of get well therapy, if you will, kind of akin to those folks that bring animals in to hospitals and nursing homes, except Child's Play focuses on the children's wards. There's a better term for it. Xbox, PlayStations, Nintendo Switches on carts that you can wheel into a hospital room and give the kid a couple hours of time where he's not thinking about whatever he's got going on. We had a great conversation with a company that does that makes controllers for folks who are handicapped. They were at PAX. I looked for their booth, but I couldn't find their booth. But they came by and talked to us at Giant's booth, and they make controllers for people who are wheelchair bound, folks who maybe aren't able to use their hands and stuff. We were talking about was it Kegarino, a farm sim creator that uses a mouthpiece and other ways of controlling the game. I was super surprised at how many folks like to harvest their fields by making crop circles. It was really intriguing. Set a player down right in front of a field, all lined up with the harvesters that say go off, have fun harvesting, and then next thing you know, they're out in the middle of the field making donuts. I was like, I'm glad you're having fun and all, but you're gonna make the next guy's job a lot harder. But hey, who cares, right? You're not gonna have to do it. All right. Let's check. Oh, there's some pretty good. No, we're not doing root crops. I mean, that's gonna pay pretty good money. All right, back to what I was looking at. You're out of flour. So yeah, let's go take you up to the flour mill. I don't know, CFL, you're gonna have to look through your mods and see what could be causing it if it doesn't unfold. I don't know what mod would cause you to not have the ability to unfold. Oh, Raz is not keeping up with his messages. Oh, maybe we should buy the pig place. I don't think I have no money. You want donuts? We went to Dunkin' Donuts every morning. I got myself a, well, they called them coffee rolls. They also kind of qualify as bear claws. And some orange juice. Alright, this should be our... Activate. Raz, we missed you. We missed you there. We had another fun and exciting evening at the Putt Shack. So next year it's in May 8th through 11. Of course, we had DJ Goham there still. We had Farmer Comp and Clutch. I was there. We had Jabbo was there. Had Joss there. I'm sure we all have used one of his mods. We had Peter Does Farming. Lars was at GDC. From what I understand. Because GDC and PAX were at the same time this year. Maybe not the best timing. I think some companies decided to go to one versus the other. No, I think you're gonna have to go to your best chance is gonna be to go to FarmCon. You wanna meet Lars? I don't think you're gonna see him come over here to the States. Just because we've got our own community coordinator over here now, in Kermit. We got Ashley and Kayla from GPortal. They were fun to hang around with. GPortal didn't have its own booth, so the Giants booth was kind of their unofficial home base. I don't know, Burtis. I don't know what their plans are with respect to TwitchCon. I know they talked about TwitchCon. There was a TwitchCon in San Francisco. Is that right? I think they were talking about that one. Not so much in a positive light. But I think maybe that was more related to the facility than TwitchCon itself. But that would be the EU crew that would be heading up that one. So yeah, maybe it was Las Vegas then. Oh, look at the time, everyone. How fast time goes by when you're having fun. We're gonna have to call it a night. I gotta work in the morning. Can't stay up super late and hang out with you guys endlessly like those Twitch guys do. Tomorrow, unless a map drops, I'm going to be focusing on doing a couple of new and noteworthy videos, or at least one particular new and noteworthy video around the Extendable Pastures mod and the Simple Extendable Pastures add-on to that mod. Now, of course, if a map drops, that's also going to take priority. Friday night, we're going to be streaming on this channel our participation in the official Giants No Kid Hungry Bale Stacking Challenge fundraiser event. Giants will be officially streaming that over on their Twitch channel as well. So I encourage you to obviously check out both channels to get my perspective on that event as well as the official stream. Look for something coming this weekend related to Hof Bergman, because 1.4 is supposedly going to drop before Easter, and basically the post said Easter starts with Good Friday, so that implies that 1.4 might drop as early as tomorrow. So I'll keep an eye on that website and post in the community tab if that does happen. And then might be streaming Hof Bergman on Sunday afternoon. And then, of course, Sunday evening is going to be our Sunday night convoy night over at the FK Funhouse channel. Explanation FK Funhouse. Let's get a link to that if you aren't already subscribed over there as well. Until next time, happy farming.